What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today we're checking out a Rogan Knives mystery box. Now if you watched my video on the Rogan USA mystery box a couple weeks back, that was the same general idea but with his tools. Now it will give you a good idea, those tools will give you a good sense of the type of gear that Mike makes. It's all going to be heavy use, thick slab of carbon steel, made in America, utilitarian design so you're not afraid to beat on them, and the knives are the exact same thing. So after offering that mystery box, a lot of people reached out to Mike and said, hey, would you do the same thing for your knives? And so he obliged. This mystery box is $50 and it's still available when this video is going live. So I'm uploading it on a Thursday and it should be wrapping up on Sunday. So you have a couple days to get in on this if you're watching it when the video goes live, if that's something you're interested in. Now that $50 gets you the knife and the sheath as well as a mounting option. And worth noting that that knife that comes in it may have some cosmetic blemishes. So that's one reason he was able to discount it so much. So things like scratches and scuffs, just regular imperfections, nothing that's going to affect the utility of the knife itself or the durability of the tool. And so last thing worth mentioning before we reveal what I got in this mystery box is he only actually offers two models, and those models start at $90 and $110. So you're pretty much guaranteed to get some great value. And when you purchase the knives separately, they don't come with a mounting option. So that's something you're gonna have to add on to that cost, but the mystery box does. So I'll show all of the items and then we'll get back to the knife and talk a little bit more about that. This isn't gonna be an in-depth review or anything. Really just wanted to get a video out before this wraps up for people who want to get in on it and weren't aware of it. So with that being said, I got the RFK. This is the Rogan field knife. This is the $90 model, the smaller of the two options, and it's still a beast of a knife, 8.5 inches overall, 3/16 inch slab of 1075 high carbon steel. And so, like I said, still a beast of a knife. Has the Coyote Brown paracord wrap on the handle, and that does come paracord wrapped. I have one of his earlier tools that I did the paracord wrapping on myself because it came in a mystery box. And what happens with that over time is sometimes these will loosen up a little bit. You'll have to retighten it or maybe even redo it entirely. But one thing that I like about his paracord wrap that I wasn't aware of is you'll see this little black strip right here. That's actually a section of grip tape. It looks like or feels like grip tape, and so that's going to keep it from sliding around as much and extend the life of that paracord wrap. Now inevitably eventually it will loosen up, you'll have to tighten it or maybe even replace it, but it should extend the life a little bit. So nice kind of touch there that I may adopt and use anytime I do some paracord wrapping in the future. But let's set that down, we'll get back to it and show the sheath as well as the mounting option that we got with it. So Coyote Brown paracord wrap comes with an OD green sheath. There's 5 different color combinations you may end up with. And so we have the OD green Kydex sheath, really nice sheath. Now worth noting, the knife is made by Rogan USA. It's made in America. The Kydex sheath he does outsource, but is still made in America. So he's outsourcing it to a company that specializes in Kydex sheath, but they're still making the product in the USA. So everything you get in this box is made in the USA. So as far as retention in here goes, it's great. Snaps right in there. You get a nice snap, so you know it's locked in place. Not a lot of play in there. It's in there pretty snugly. There's a little bit, it's not a loud rattle or anything. You feel a little bit of movement when you shake it, but it's definitely not going to come out of there no matter how hard you shake. So it's in there very securely. And so even though it's in there really securely, also really easy to remove from the sheath. So it doesn't take a lot of effort. As long as the sheath is holding on to something, you can pull that right out of there, no problem whatsoever. But we also got the mounting option. So they sell a belt clip as well as MOLLE sheath attachments. And so if you want to attach it to your bag, you can go that route. You can also use pretty much any aftermarket mounting system. You can see a really versatile lineup of holes, even some slots to just run your belt right through if you want to just wear it on your belt without a clip. And so a lot of great options. The one that came with mine though was the belt clip. Comes with the mounting screws as well. These are sold separately as an add-on for I think $8, and so that brings a total of this box to $98. Also threw in one of his stickers that he sells for $1. This is specific to the model, and so that brings the total of the box to $99. Again, we paid $50 for it, so incredible value there, nearly doubling it up. If you end up with the more expensive model, you are going to end up with more than double the value of what you paid. And I did see people posting that they ended up getting the HD, so definitely a possibility there. Now back to the knife. So mention this is the little brother of the HD, but still a beast of a knife. 8.5 inches overall, a slab of 3/16 inch thick 1075 high carbon, so really thick. The HD is even thicker at 1/4 inch. Like I said, beast of a knife. Has this paracord wrap handled, which I'm a big fan of. It feels really great, feels the hand very nicely, super comfortable. I would imagine without it, I wouldn't be a fan. I'm just not a fan of skeletonized knives, and so probably wouldn't have been a fan without that paracord wrap, but feels great in hand. Able to get all 4 fingers around it, of course, no problem whatsoever. We do have this finger guard or ricasso here, but a generous space in front of that where you can creep up, get right behind that cutting edge if you'd like, especially if you're wearing gloves, and that's something I do like to do, so definitely appreciate that as well. And even more room, no problem whatsoever getting all 4 fingers on that, of course. Now, 3.75 inch cutting edge. Worth noting that it is a chisel grind, so it should be pretty easy to maintain, but you see kind of really nothing going on the back side of the knife. It's all kind of front facing here. We do have the Rogan RFK laser engraving there. Lanyard hole on the back if you'd like to add a lanyard to it as well. And like I said, just going to be a beefy utilitarian knife. It feels great in hand, perfect like truck knife. If you just want to have like a camping box that you throw in your truck, you can leave this in there and not worry about it. Now, mention those imperfections. So mine didn't have any real scratches or scuffs, but the surface does have this weird imperfection. I don't know exactly how to describe it. Hopefully the camera's doing it justice and you can pick it up, but this is visual imperfection that's not going to affect the usability of the knife, but it is a little bit ugly, and it's on the front and back. You can kind of see that. Now again, being that heavy use tool, you don't care as much about it, but also we paid pretty much half price for it, so to be expected. I have no problem with that whatsoever, but did want to point out what one of those imperfections may end up looking like. And again, it's not showing so much on the viewfinder, but hopefully when I do the final upload, you'll be able to see that pretty well. Trying to hit it in a couple of different lights so you can see it, but nothing too major and not something I'm super concerned about. I really think this is an incredible value if you want to check out Rogan Knives and maybe aren't ready to commit to that price point. You're saving pretty much half off, and so really great opportunity. Yes, you don't get to choose the model, but you do have a 50-50 chance of getting the model you want. It just may not be the color combination you want. And so for me, I think American made knife at 50 bucks, you're getting a sheath and mounting option. Really can't go wrong with this one, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down in the comments below. We'll revisit this in the future. Like I said, I really just wanted to get this video out in case people weren't aware of it and want to get in on this mystery box before he shuts it down. But let me know what you think in the comments. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, joining the channel as a member, using my affiliate links down below. All of those help the channel out a ton. Greatly appreciated. And as usual, hope you have a great one. Take care.